Hello everybody! Before we get into this pick a card for the month of May 2023, I just wanted to let you know that I'm actually uploading this video on two of my channels, both Harmony Portal Tarot and The Done Creative. I'm doing a bit of an experiment over the next month or so, just to see which channel gets the most engagement with my videos, so bear with me as I run this experiment. Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot, or if you're watching this over on The Done Creative, hello! For this pick a card reading, we are going to be figuring out what you can expect for the month of May 2023. If you are new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to center your energy, and focus in on pile number 1, 2, or 3. And if more than one pile calls out to you, there may be messages in different piles for you. Once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also pin them as a top comment. Please remember, these are general readings, so only take the information that resonates with you, your life, your situation, and just go ahead and leave the rest behind. Without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on your cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Hello, group number 1. Let's go ahead and find out what you can expect for the month of May 2023. I always say this every single month, but I cannot believe it's already May of 2023. Next month, we will be halfway through the year already. But quick reminder before we get into this that I do have a live stream channel where I go live twice a week, giving you information on the current energies and just collectively getting your feedback on what you're currently experiencing and just helping each other level up in these very chaotic yet somewhat cosmic times that are going on for us. But for this reading, the month of May 2023, you have the wonderful little jar of fresh sunflowers, which is beautiful. So for the underlying energy, and of course we're going to do our regular horseshoe monthly spread, but for the underlying energy you're experiencing the month of May, you have the Three of Challenges. So this is the Three of Swords. This is going to be a month where you are maybe experiencing a little bit more challenging times than other months or months past. But remember, because you are knowing this knowledge ahead of time, and this is just the current energy at play, you have the ability to shift this, morph this, or change this. You do not have to actually experience this. But I already have a feeling there's a lot of good coming. Of course, we haven't dealt the rest of the cards yet, but I can already see that you are overcoming so many challenges. I actually see someone watching this that recently, at the time of your watching this, you already know about this. So if this is off your radar, this is not your message. This might be very specific to just one person that has been having a challenge in a friendship or even a romantic relationship where you felt cheated on, lied to, or stolen from somebody in your life. But let's go ahead and deal these out for the rest of the month, and then we will break them down card by card. So the past energy you're coming into the month of May with, we have the Three of Boons or the Three of Pentacles. I love to see it. So yeah, you really are working with the energies that are currently at play for you. And some of you might even be into cooking right now, or even in the recent past few months. This could take you back during April, March, maybe even as far back as February. Let's get your month of May itself, the present. We have the Six of Challenges or the Six of Swords. There's healing coming in. So as a result of whatever you've been through, there's healing. Of course, we're going to break these down further. So the end of May, going into June, July, maybe even as far out as August, because like I always say, there's no hard stop to these energies. When we turn that calendar page, we're still dealing with last month's crap, but that's for sure. Or good stuff. That's always good too. But we have for your future conditions, like I said, the end of the month going in all the way through August. We have the Hermit. So you might be pulling your energy back from certain people or situations. All right, for your best path to follow for the month ahead, we have the Five of Challenges or the Five of Swords. So your best path to follow is to take the high road is what I'm already hearing, but we're going to break that down further here. So wish fulfillment, we have the Five of Visions or the Five of Cups. We'll get into this very soon, and the outcome, the Eight of Boons or Eight of Pentacles. Okay, let me rearrange these so they look better, and we'll be right back. All right, so like I said, underlying energy, there is a bit of a challenge, just maybe even closing out past cycles, or the things that are happening feel like almost a deja vu of something that you experienced in the past, or something you are tapping into this own inner wisdom. Again, the stem of it is from some past heartbreak or where you felt things didn't work out, but that doesn't mean they can't work out this time. like we were talking about earlier, the energies you're bringing in from February, March, even April, this is the Three of Boons or Three of Pentacles in this specific deck. So this is about working together, collaboration, doing a lot of cooking or baking or mixing different energies, a very alchemical kind of energy I'm getting from this card, but just maybe even mentoring someone or being mentored, learning. There's a lot of learning coming in for you in the month of May, and that's really enhanced by these past energies you're bringing in. Because again, at the end of the month, we do have that Hermit energy to carry you through. But for the present moment, the month of May itself, we have the Six of Challenges or Six of Swords. There is healing. There might even be something you're doing to shake up your social media or the way that you communicate with people online, whether that is through social media or email or text message, through the airwaves of some sort. You are possibly getting a message out about healing. Some of you that are in a more healing field, you're just wanting to talk to people about healing or about what you've been doing to take better care of yourself. It could even be a very self-care month, the month of May, because we do have that Hermit. So for the end of the month, taking you into May, June, July, maybe even as far out as August. But I see by August, you guys really are going to be wanting to come out of your shell. And this doesn't mean you can't come out of your shell before that, but you're just balancing a lot of that more extroverted energy with coming home to yourself, really tuning into your inner self or your true spirit, that part of you that is connected to the original source creator outside this matrix. That is what you're striving for, is to learn from your past mistakes and to learn who you are on a deeper, more spirit level. And I won't even say soul level, because if you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I've been talking about how the soul is also a matrix construct. It is something to keep the score or the karma or the tally or the record from lifetime to lifetime to keep us in this wheel of reincarnation. And we are moving beyond that. You can set your intentions to move beyond that for this month of May to really help yourself move past this like grid energy or this hold down or heartbreak kind of energy. I did actually lose my dog at, well, the time of my filming this, it's still the same month, but for the May energy, it will be last month. So of course, I'm still dealing at this time with the grief and the heartbreak of the loss of this dog that was a huge part of my life for 15 years. He was part of our spirit family and just such a life force to be reckoned with in our home. So some of you might be grieving a pet or a loved one from the past, whether it's a recent past or an even longer past. But these emotions, these feelings are coming up so that you can deal with them and let them go so they're not affecting you in a negative way from day to day. So for your best path to follow, with the Five of Challenges or Five of Swords here, this is really letting me know that you guys might even feel like a lot that's going on in your life might feel unfair or unbalanced, but just know as your best path to follow to take the high road. Even if you're seemingly missing out on something and someone is gaining something, because the Five of Challenges is here, they are not gaining anything. They may have appeared to have won the conversation or won the battle or won the, I don't know, work project or whatever it is that you are having any kind of conflict or confrontation with. But just know that that person is more affected and saddened by the events than they are letting on. So those of you that have had some sort of breakup or dissolution of a relationship or a working relationship for some of you, just know that this person or this business or whatever it is more affected by what has happened or what has transpired than you think they are. They're just hiding it very well. But your best path to follow is to stand in your own integrity, your own morals, and in line with your values, and don't stoop to anyone else's level. Because again, this is about that karma, that wheel continuing to turn and to turn, and you want to do what's best for yourself for the future so that you can reap better benefits and rewards, not having to deal with the backlash or the boomerang effect of, saying something really mean or doing something to someone that is below your pay grade as far as your character and your values and your spirit. So for your best path to follow this month, we have the Five of Visions or the Five of Cups. So it appears that this lady was maybe chasing this ball or whatever this is supposed to be into the water, and she might think, all hope is lost, but really all she needs to do is wade in, maybe up to her knees or so, and retrieve whatever she thought was lost. So some of you that are dealing with some sort of conflict, confrontation, you might think at certain points this month that, oh wow, this thing is over, this relationship is over. But this is letting you know for some of you, maybe not all of you, But definitely for some of you, there is the energy of reconciliation here, or at least rising above or seeing the silver lining, or just silver lining of why certain things had to happen. And now you're realizing this was actually for the best. But for those others of you, this could be reconciliation and, there were lessons learned here. But for your wish fulfillment is, you're not losing as much as you're thinking you did. Again, your best path to follow, taking the high road, is going to help you realize that you're not losing anything. And in fact, you're gaining so much more by standing in your true spirit and your true authenticity here. So for your outcome, we have the Eight of Boons or the Eight of Pentacles. So this is about you continuing on, honing your skills, honing your craft, especially anything that you've been working on over the last 3 months prior to May. This is you taking it to the next level, to the next notch, and really solidifying certain skills or assets. And again, by spending time alone, honing those skills, honing your craft, or tuning into your own inner spirit, journaling, doing self-care, getting out in nature. I use such a nature gift. That might have been a Freudian slip. Nature Tarot deck today. I don't know why I said gift, but hey, there might be a message in that. Nature is a gift. Yes, it is. But I use a very nature-oriented deck today because to me, May is the time of year specifically that I really feel pumped to get back out in nature and really connect with Mother Earth, where it's not too cold and it's not yet too hot. So it's just right. It's kind of the tasting of the porridge. Not too hot, not too cold, but just right. So you guys really are tuning into your sweet spot of something being just right for you. Even if it shifts later on, at least for the month of May, you are figuring out your sweet spot in a relationship, around your home, at work, with a project you have going on, in relationship with your kids for some of you. So there's a lot of balance coming in as a result of any grief or heartbreak. That is kind of, I guess, forcing your hand and kind of making you look in certain areas where you'd rather avoid them or push them down or push them away. But now you're being kind of forced to face these things, but it's actually going to work in your benefit in such a great way. And I think it's going to be different for each of you. But let's tune in with some further guidance from the Oracle just to see what else you can expect for the month of May 2023. Group number 1. And we have the Butterfly and the Snowdrop with hope. So anyone that is dealing with some sadness or grief or loss or heartbreak in any capacity whatsoever, just know, again, that silver lining. This is such a silver lining energy. And also something's going to be happening this month that is going to restore your faith in humanity. And that all being said, not everybody walking around in a human meat suit is an actual true spirit. So use your discernment in working with people or talking with people, communicating with people. But you are restoring your faith in true human spirit humanity. We also have the wolf and the rosehip with guardianship. And to me, this is like defending your own honor, defending your own energy, not stooping to certain people's level. Remember, your best path to follow is to take that high road. So for some of you, that might look like not retaliating, not biting back, not responding to certain things that just don't deserve your energy. And you're really guarding your own energy this month in the best possible way. You're allowing those that deserve your love to come forward and to really connect it on an even deeper level. But for those that don't deserve your love or your heart at all, it's like they're falling by the wayside. All right, what else can group number 1 expect for the month of May 2023? All right, so we have here Labyrinth and Guidance. It's very interesting. Guidance and Guardianship, they both start with that GU lettering. So to me, this is about you tuning back into your own inner self. Very self-centric, not self-centered, but self-centric. And then with the Labyrinth, you can almost get lost in your own spirit. There's so much to unpack, so much to unravel, so much to uncover. And that's why time alone is very important. And the more time you spend with other people, without balancing that out with spending time with yourself, you might get a little more immersed or enmeshed in other people's drama or tangled up in things that you just don't want to be a part of. So balancing out your time with other people with alone time with yourself, with introspective time, you're doing with just being, balancing the masculine and the feminine energies within you can really help you feel balanced and not so lost and chaotic and just in the fray. And maybe even doing your own tarot or tuning into tarot channels that you trust for guidance. But of course, use your inner spirit, your inner self, your true spirit as your northern star, as your intuition above any external guidance. All right. So let's also get a couple healing messages. I think we can fit 2 more cards here. Anything else a group 1 needs to know for the month ahead, May 2023? We have Phoenix rising. Yes. You're not staying down for long, group 1, if at all. Because again, forewarned is forearmed. You know this knowledge now so that you can plan ahead. And we have the number 32 on that Phoenix rising card as well. So this is about those necessary changes you know you need to make to level up and to be that greater version. Take the high road, really stick to your own true spirit, your authenticity, and your own morals above anything outside of you or that others are trying to get you to do, because you also have the self-sabotage card. So it might be that you are constantly trying to balance your energy, and a lot of times self-sabotage really isn't self-sabotage. It is outside entity interference that you regard as yourself. If it's your own negative and nasty thoughts, a lot of times that's not you. Remember, you are not your thoughts. You're not the one perpetuating this nastiness in the thought process. That a lot of times can be the ego, but it also, and more importantly and most often, is dark entity interference or false light entity interference. Those of you that are still communicating with angels and ancestors and spirit guides, a lot of times we can get caught up and just tangled up, and it really just becomes this nasty, twisted, like ball of yarn that now you have to sit there and untangle. When you just tune into your own inner self, formerly known as the higher self on my channel, that true essence of you that is connected to the original source creator that exists outside this 3D matrix, that's when you're going to get the purest, untainted energy and information to better enhance your life. But when you're mixing it up with these spirit guides, ascended masters, and everything outside of you and looking for some sort of savior to come and help you, that's where a lot of people, specifically those on a spiritual path, can really either go in circles or go on a dark path or down a dark night of the soul that just never seems to end. And believe me, I've been there myself, tuning in and asking, I used to connect to Archangel Michael all the time. And some of the worst advice I got in my whole life was from the entity pretending to be Archangel Michael. I still don't know 100% for sure if there is a true light or a true source creator version of Archangel Michael. If there is, I can't make contact. So the Archangel Michael that I have come to know and that is pervasive in the spiritual community is actually a dark entity or a false light entity looking to sabotage. So make sure you are checking making a list and checking it twice as far as anything you connect to outside of you. And that includes human people, because again, not all human people have your best interest at heart. So you are now well equipped and well armed to face the month of May, and you might find now that this has been revealed, you can cut a lot of this off at the head, or be waiting, lying in wait for this energy to creep up on you, and it can't creep up on you because you're ready for it. So you can maybe dissolve it completely by doing that inner work this month and tuning into your own true guidance from your spirit to get the best information possible for you to make the most of this time, because this is a very fertile and work-oriented time, but also inner work-oriented time here in the month of May. So that is your message, Group 1. I hope it resonated. Please feel free to let me know below what you thought. Any stories you want to share about your reading, or if you think you might know what this is talking about for you personally, feel free to leave a comment below letting us know. There's a lot of support in the comment section on both the Done Creative channel and Harmony Portal Tarot channels. I have the best people watching my videos. I just can't thank you guys enough for your support, your love, and encouragement. And to those of you that have been sending the donations, thank you so much for that. It really does help us get that new camera sooner than later. So thank you so much, you guys, and thanks again so much for all the likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you, Group 1, right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot, or the Done Creative if that's where you're watching this. Alright, you guys, bye! Hello, group number 2. Let's go ahead and find out what you can expect for the month of May 2023. I always say this every single month, but I cannot believe it's already May of 2023. Next month, we will be halfway through the year already. But quick reminder before we get into this that I do have a live stream channel where I go live twice a week, giving you information on the current energies and just collectively getting your feedback on what you're currently experiencing and just helping each other level up in these very chaotic yet somewhat cosmic times that are going on for us. So you guys have the Potions for All Afflictions sticker as your cover selection tool, aid, helper, whatever you want to call that sticker. So you guys might be concocting your own potions by maybe setting some intention over your morning coffee, if you want to consider that a potion, or maybe using some herbs or essences, essential oils, whatever, to create some sort of potion. And of course, it's your intention behind the ingredient that is going to help your life. But you're maybe making some elixirs, tonics, or magic oils for yourself this month, and that can really help you with all the afflictions that are happening in your life. So for the underlying energies for the month of May 2023, for group number 2, we have the Six of Visions or the Six of Cups. So you guys really are feeling nostalgic. Maybe some of these potions you're concocting this month have to do with something you utilized as a child or something that meant a lot to you as a child. Could be a specific flower or essence that you really tuned into in your past. It doesn't necessarily just have to be childhood. It could just be your past in whatever capacity that is. Your early 20s, early 30s, late 40s, whatever, however old you are. If it's in the past, it's in the past. But I see a lot of good memories and emotions coming up as a result of this Six of Cups. So let's see some further guidance from the tarot. We're going to do our regular monthly horseshoe spread. So stick with me as I get these all dealt out for you. I think this is going to be our past energy we're bringing in. So we have the Forest Lord, aka the Emperor, in this deck. That's the past energy you're bringing in from February, March, and April into the month of May. So like a 3-month window of time. You're bringing it in hot. And for the month of May itself, group 2, we have the Four of Boons or Four of Pentacles. Already getting quite the picture coming in for you for the month ahead. And then for this is your future conditions, so the end of May, taking you to June, July, maybe even as far out as August, the Eight of Spells or the Eight of Wands. So something is moving in and coming in very quickly. And I think I said something about coming in hot. This energy is coming in hot. So this Emperor energy, this success, this sovereignty, this standing in your own truth and authenticity energy is really going to carry you all the way through August. So there might be a major transit going on in your birth chart that is indicating something that started around February and is going to be transiting in your chart until August. You might have to look into your chart and see what that might be. Or one house in your birth chart or one planet in your birth chart is being affected by a current transit. For some of you, this could be Saturn energy, but for others of you, I'm seeing this as being represented by Jupiter. All right, anything else for the best path to follow for group 2 for the month of May? Best path to follow, Six of Boons or Six of Pentacles. So, really being philanthropic or being receptive, depending where you've already been, but finding a nice balance between the two. We're going to break these down even further, but I just want to, your wish fulfillment went flying. Okay, this was the past energy for group 1 coming in hot for you. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff coming in for you that is going to be you working with other people in some capacity. Even if you're kind of a loner and just wanting to kind of keep to yourself. Maybe you're working with animals or nature in some capacity. Could be herbs or ingredients. We were talking about potions here. Just getting your kitchen witch or green witch hat out and wearing that around for a while. And for your outcome, group 2, month of May 2023, we have the Three of Spells or the Three of Wands. So you're finally able to move forward on something you have been trying to manifest. There's a great manifestation coming in as a result of you really leaning into your authentic self. I'm going to kind of scoot these over and I will be right back. Like I said, Six of Visions or Six of Cups in this deck is letting us know for the underlying energy that you really are, again, tuning into that past and almost romanticizing the past or bringing up things from the past that made you feel good about who you are, about where you're at in life, and maybe even reflecting on past versions of yourself to really bring that sense of sovereignty and success into this season of life for yourself. Looking back to a time where you felt you were in your glory days or your heyday, or I'm not saying you guys have peaked, but looking back to any peak in your life from the past, because I think a lot of you have a lot of love and life and creativity and passion and experimentation left to give that you have not peaked yet. So, you hear about people peaking in high school or, you've already peaked, you're just on the downward slide. Even if you're in your 60s watching this, I don't see that that's the case. I see the rest of your life is the best of your life. And I will get that message once in a great while here on my channel. So if you resonate with the rest of your life being the best of your life, put a sun emoji below, because that is you really embodying your own true essence and power. I love it. So with this Emperor energy coming in to facilitate you, to really have this nice foundation which you're building upon all the way through August, because remember, we tuned in that this is really taking you the distance. This is longevity energy. So something you might have started in February, you're really going to start to see the results of that pay off come August time. And I know this is a May pick a card reading, but I'm just giving you a little sneak peek of the future, and maybe even coming back around my channel for the monthly reading in August just to see what is in store for you at that time. That would be really fun to kind of checkpoint or kind of check in with what's going on between now and then. It's super exciting energy though. Someone might even be buying a new home, starting a new business. Whatever it is, you're stepping into this leadership role in a bigger way than you ever have to date in your life. So this is huge. This is not just some small little accomplishment. No, this is something you can be, telling people about and talking about to your grandchildren, great-grandchildren for years to come. I know those of you that are on the younger end, this is years down the road into the future when you're talking to your grandkids and your great-grandkids, but this is something you can really be proud of and excited about. The rest of 2023 specifically is going to be such a power year for you in whatever way. Some of you might have some cool synchronicity with your, like having a golden birthday this year, or something to do with numerology really lining up. Maybe you're even seeing a lot of repetitive numbers this month, but this is letting you know you're on just such a higher trajectory and such a neat path for yourself that you don't feel so weighed down. Even if your day-to-day, bills and responsibilities feel like they're weighing you down, it's about the attitude that you're taking in regards to all these mundane and more, systematic or matrixy type things you're involved in, but you're taking the sovereign approach to whatever it is you're participating in. So for the month of May itself, we have the Four of Boons or Four of Pentacles. So some of you might be doing like a no spend month. And if you don't know what that just is, of course, you will have to still pay your regular expenses, but this is about not going above and beyond that. And I will do this once in a while, usually about once a year. I'll do a no spend month. It is such a great way to reset your finances, your budget, and just even the way that you think about or respond to the currency or the energy of money, and whatever that looks like for you. Of course, some of you might actually be making a big purchase this month, so that no spend month is not going to resonate for everybody. Because I do see someone that is finally, it's like hard for you to make that big payment, but you're ready to pay this thing off and be done with it. Could be paying off a debt. For others of you, this is purchasing something outright where you're not taking on a loan. You're just, have been saving and saving and saving, and now is the month you're finally making that purchase. But you're seeing your savings account go down because you're making the purchase. For others of you with the no spend mentality, you're seeing that savings amount go up and up and up. So find out wherever you fall on that spectrum or where you resonate most, and that's where you're kind of hanging out financially for the month of May. So for the future conditions, this is the end of May going into June, July, maybe even as far out as August. We have some swift moving energy. So you might look back in August and be like, wow, May was yesterday. And that's kind of what I said at the beginning of the reading about, wow, how is it already May of 2023? We're like halfway through the year already. Well, not quite, but almost halfway through the year. Like that just blows my mind. So you might just look back and be like, wow, where did the year go? Not in a bad way though, because things are finally moving forward. That forward momentum has been, you've been working, you've been making those plans, taking those actions, and now, of course, because your outcome, we're going to talk about that, but you're finally seeing some fruits of your labor, which is a really exciting sentiment for you guys to be experiencing this month. So for your best path to follow, we have the Six of Boons or Six of Pentacles. This lady here, is sharing her personal space with all these lovely bunny rabbits. And for me, and for a lot of people, rabbits do symbolize fertility. So it's a very Empress energy I'm getting with this Six of Pentacles card. And of course, you already have the Emperor. So this is about embodying, not only just that go-getter success of this Emperor going on in your life, but you're also embodying that divine feminine of the Empress. So finding a nice balance between the two, and isn't it always about the balance? And of course, the Six of Pentacles in and of itself is a card of balance. So there's a double message of balance here for you, which is very beautiful, because as humans and in this just heavy and dense energy we're in, when we're in this 3D matrix, it can feel very heavy, and it's almost within the second we're done balancing those chakras or balancing our energy or grounding ourselves, it's like the second we stop doing that or putting the intention to do that, it's like everything goes out of whack again, and it's just like a constant battle. But because you guys are working so hard and setting those intentions, maybe with your potions, and maybe those of you that are like, potions, I don't know, I'm not really into all of that stuff. You can even just take with your morning coffee or morning tea or whatever meal you have or drink you have first thing in the morning, and take that as your time each day to set some intentions, do some journaling, because especially when you go through life setting intentions, it feels more like life is happening for you rather than to you. But if you're just kind of responding or reacting to whatever's coming your way without actually taking action in a direction you want to go, life can feel very chaotic and very out of balance. So this is about you taking command, taking charge of your life. You know, we can't always fully be in control or in charge of our lives in every capacity, because we still have to be a member of society and all of that. But taking responsibility for your power and your sovereignty and making the most intentional and proper decisions for yourself this month. That is what you're doing. And you're going to see by the end of the month, you're really making some strides in this area. So for your wish fulfillment, you have that cooperation card of the Three of Boons or Three of Pentacles. So you might be finding some sort of community to belong to, strengthening an existing community. Maybe you're mentoring someone in some capacity, or you're seeking out a mentor of something. A mentor could be something as simple as you wanting to learn how to do woodworking. And then you go on YouTube and you're watching woodworking tutorials. That video or that creator of that video could act almost as a mentor to you in the moment. So it doesn't have to be as literal as you booking or hiring some sort of life coach or mentor. It doesn't have to look exactly like that. But for those of you that would like to do that, of course, you can absolutely do that this month. And those of you not even looking to help others or for others to help you, you're finding the help you need, or you're finding someone that you can help, and you're feeling very good about being able to help someone. Because of course, the wish fulfillment and your best path to follow are very tied with this philanthropy of the Six of Pentacles here. So there's very philanthropic energy going on where you're wanting to help others, help animals, help nature, help yourself, and everybody's winning here. It feels very, very light and very supportive. So really, wish fulfillment, bottom line, you're feeling the support that may have been lacking. And it first and foremost is coming from yourself, your inner spirit, that part of you that is connected directly to the original source creator outside this matrix. That is what you're feeling as this strong support coming online in your life specifically. And then you'll see it kind of mirrored back to you through other people and other situations, etc. So for your outcome for the month ahead, May 2023, we have the Three of Spells or the Three of Wands in this deck. And this is beautiful because you're finally able to take that trip or move forward on that big plan or that big project. Again, someone might be starting a business or, purchasing licenses for a business, LLC. You're getting your ish together to finally, pull the trigger or take that next step in your life in such a way that feels so good to you that you are so excited about the coming months. And because you're so excited, it almost feels like that's why it's moving ahead so seamlessly and very quickly. It may not all go off without a hitch because, life has its little hiccups and ups and downs. But for the most part, you're feeling good. Even if you are hitting some roadblocks along the way, you're feeling really good about the way you're being routed and directed by your spirit in this month. All right, let's get some additional guidance from our Oracle cards for Group 2 for the month of May 2023, what else they can expect. And we got this with Group 1 in this exact same position. So very interesting. There's very transformative times ahead. And, this is the butterfly and the snowdrop flower. And the message here is a message of hope. So you are finally being able, again, kind of tuning back into that hopeful, childlike wonder, that childhood energy to really bring this hope online in the present moment, especially because we have it next to this Emperor here. This is very, very powerful message for you. Let's get one more from this deck. Anything else group number 2 needs to know? And we have the Quail and Gooseberry with anticipation. Yes, you're very excited. You're anticipating this energy. Like maybe even months past, you've been kind of excited about certain things, but then you kind of are like stressed out or maybe even depressed again. But this is an exciting energy. There might be just a bit of anxiety wrapped up with this anticipation, but for the most part, this is a more exciting anticipation rather than something to stress out about, if that makes sense. So let's get some additional guidance from this deck. Anything else Group 2 needs to know for the month of May 2023? And we have here fun. Yes, it is time to have some fun. Like I was saying, it's not all so serious and lacking. You're finally bringing some abundance into your life, and it's feeling really good for you. So what else do we have? Guidance. This also came out in group 1. So even though I think the core message for groups 1 and 2 are very different, there are some underlying energies. Of course, these are general readings, so there's always going to be those underlying energies. And I do have those viewers that do watch all 3 piles a lot of the time, so that could be your energy just popping in to each and every individual reading. So just take what resonates. But yeah, guidance. You're anticipating guidance, but this guidance isn't coming from your random one-off spirit guide or archangel or what have you. This guidance is coming from your true spirit, that essence part of you that is outside of this matrix, that is directly connected to God or the original source creator. Not the gods of this, as I call the matrix, the snow globe on the table. Not those gods. The actual infinite, limitless creator, the universe, whatever you want to label that, universal, loving, healing, guiding, creative life force energy, that's what you're connecting to. Your own guidance, true source. All right, let's get a healing message. Anything healing or just any other random messages coming in for group 2 for the month of May. We have sexuality. So that is that sacral chakra coming online, and we do have a puff of orange here. So it specifically might have been the sacral chakra, the creativity chakra for you that has been most out of whack, most out of alignment, and really tuning in and taking your power back. Because if you've been following me for any length of time, you've heard me talk about how I believe that the chakra points, not just the 7, rainbow colored chakras that we all know about, but the over 100 different chakra points in our aura, in our field. I have been calling them energy hijack points over on the live stream. We really dive into the current energies and we talk it out over there on the live stream channel, Harmony Portal Tarot Live. Check it out, link in the description if you would like to join us for these discussions and these talks about the current energies. We always start there, and we also do collective readings twice a week. Or I also sometimes do a free personal 1-card pull first 20 minutes or so of the live stream. So check it out if you feel so inclined. But yes, this is about claiming your power, setting your own intentions for your energy, and not allowing so many dark forces or entities or algorithms to siphon your energy. So you might be doing some sexual healing, whatever that looks like. What? This also came out in group 1. This came out, this came out and this came out and this came out. Okay. There's definitely some collective. And I was just talking about, not allowing these outside forces to siphon your energy, and then we have that exact thing here. And a lot of times we'll blame ourselves, thinking it's our own negative thinking. We did talk about this a lot in group 1. But wow, yes, this is not you making these negative thoughts run on loop in your head, or you sabotaging yourself, possibly in a relationship for those of you in a romantic connection or sexual connection here. It's not technically just you sabotaging this. You have a lot of help from that outside interference, false light entities, or just dark entities. The astral realm really is in full merge with what we consider the material world. So a lot of that nightmare energy is kind of just coming into day-to-day reality. Not in the same way. It's a different energy than what you would experience in your dream state, but the underlying energy of it is very similar. So tune in for yourself and just see what you get with that, with your own inner guidance. But you're just being asked to really check yourself at the door. Check yourself before you wreck yourself with negative belief systems, negative thought loops, beating yourself up, not feeling worthy of certain things, especially when things are starting to go really well for you this month. Don't second guess yourself or think, oh no, when's the other shoe going to drop? Because no, you're in more power and control over your own energy than you're giving yourself credit for. Especially if you're setting those intentions to block out any nefarious interference or hijacking of your energy. Do your due diligence this month, and you will really start to rise above and finally be able to take a lot of action on your dreams, hopes, wishes, desires, and just goals, really. So that's your message, group 2. I hope it resonated. Please feel free to let me know below what you thought. Any stories you want to share. If you know what this energy is talking about in your personal life and want to share about it, there's a lot of support in my comments section. And of course, each and every one of your likes and comments really does help with the engagement on my channel. So I greatly appreciate your comments. And those of you that are sending the donations, thanks again so much for that. We are getting closer and closer day by day to getting that new camera, so we don't keep getting that right speed error, which, fingers crossed, we have not had it yet happen today, but there are days where it happens constantly, other days where it doesn't happen at all. You can find the super thanks below this video, and my PayPal is linked in the description below for those of you that would like to donate. And thanks again so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things, and I really truly do hope to see you, group 2, right back here at Harmony Portal Tarot, or if you're watching on The Done Creative. Alright, you guys, bye! Hello, group number 3. Let's go ahead and find out what you can expect for the month of May 2023. I always say this every single month, but I cannot believe it's already May of 2023. Next month, we will be halfway through the year already. But quick reminder before we get into this that I do have a live stream channel where I go live twice a week, giving you information on the current energies and just collectively getting your feedback on what you're currently experiencing and just helping each other level up in these very chaotic yet somewhat cosmic times that are going on for us. So let's dive into, first and foremost, your underlying energies, group 3. Put that little sticker over there. So we have the 8 of Visions or the 8 of Cups as your underlying energy for the month of May 2023. So some of you are walking away from someone, something, a job, a project, just an energy that is no longer emotionally serving you for your highest good. Doesn't mean you can't return to it at a later time, but at least for the month of May, you're taking a break from something. For some of you watching, this might be a social media detox or a purge with social media so that you can just get into your own energy and not feel so bombarded with everyone else's posts and their dinners and their opinions, their politics, and just clearing your energy, clearing your space. Maybe even instead of sitting down to Netflix, maybe you're doing a puzzle or playing a board game or going on a walk in nature. You're just shifting possibly your day-to-day routines this month as well, just to see what works better for you. Because certain things that you've been doing or experiencing just aren't working for you anymore. Even if they once worked, now you've leveled up so much that it's time to make a shift, time to make a change. So let's see, with the support of the tarot, we're going to do our regular monthly horseshoe spread. We're going to start with the past energy coming in to support you this month. Ooh, it's this one. 6 of Boons or the 6 of Pentacles. And this came out also in group number 2. So that came out as their best path to follow. So really, you guys have evolved. If you're watching all 3 piles, of course, you've found your way here. So you're part of the mix here. But group 3 tends to be just very mature, very leveled up, very spiritually conscious. Not to say groups 1 and 2 aren't, but there's just usually, not always, but usually something just a little extra about the number 3s on my channel. Both channels, both the Done Creative and Harmony Portal Tarot, I've noticed this pattern. So for the month of May itself, we have the Child of Boons or the Page of Pentacles. Very fun energy. There's a new project, a new beginning, new foundation you're building on something in your life. For someone, that could even be a new friendship or a new relationship. I see someone who's actually getting to know a significant other's child that is not your child. So it's be like a stepchild or your boyfriend or girlfriend's child. You're meeting this child for the first time for some of you, or just strengthening that bond for others of you that have a stepchild or a significant other's child in your life. So for the future conditions, this is going to be the end of May, taking you into June, July, maybe even as far out as August. We have the Wide World, or in this deck, the World card. So there might be a trip coming up toward the end of May, or any time between May and August, which I think a lot of people do tend to do their traveling in the summertime. Not everybody. But, you know, it's not unheard of to go on a family vacation or a trip in the summertime. But also possibly moving. Someone might be moving this month, kind of toward the end of the month, or, you know, again, June, July, August. We're going to break these energies down even further. I just want to get them dealt out first. And then we have the Child of Spells or the Child of Wands or the Page of Wands in this deck. So, wow, yeah, there's a lot of new energy, fresh beginnings coming in for you guys this month with the 2 pages here. So there's definitely some new beginning, new energy coming in, and I think it's no accident, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, that May is such a springtime month. Everything is coming into bloom, it's greening up, it's just that, you know, freshening of the energy. I know if you're more southern, like US or southern Northern Hemisphere, you don't have that major shift that those of us in the northern part of the Northern Hemisphere have. I'm in Montana, so we have all 4 seasons, or, you know, if you ask any person in Montana, it's like we have a 6 or 7 month winter, and then like a day of spring, a day of summer, and a day of fall. That's what it feels like. So anytime spring starts to pop off, I am here for it. I get out, I, you know, clear out my garden, I enjoy the springtime rain, I really immerse myself in nature in any way I possibly can. So for your wish fulfillment, ooh, I love to actually see the Devil card here is wish fulfillment, because this is you closing out cycles of feeling unworthy of your own love, of your own energy. And I'm really seeing this almost as like a positive energy of maybe the lovers, because in the traditional Rider-Waite depictions, the devil and the lovers are very similar looking energies, but just, different sides of the same coin. So we'll get more into this as we go along, but let's see the outcome. The Four of Visions or the Four of Cups. So you are maybe not seeing everything that is right before you. So this is about getting in touch with your true spirit, your inner self, formerly known as the higher self here on my channel. And for those of you watching from the Done Creative, you might be like, what is she talking about with all this inner self and Beyond the Matrix and the Original Source Creator? I really go in on a lot of this over on Harmony Portal Tarot, where I've been uploading a lot of those pick a card readings. I might bring some of those readings over to this channel because I know when I left the Done Creative, I took less than 100 people with me from one channel to the next. Of 22,000, it was 22,600 this morning, but I think I've already lost 10 subscribers since uploading over here on the Done Creative. So yeah, it's kind of a precarious thing, but if you'd like to know more information about that, you can check out Harmony Portal Tarot or Harmony Portal Tarot Live. I do have a video pinned at the top called Awakening from the Awakening, where I go in on some of these energies that you can get a better understanding of what the heck I'm talking about. So let me actually straighten these out and I'll be right back. For your underlying energy, we already tuned into that Eight of Cups. We're going to break these energies down now. So you guys are really dealing with something where you're making this decision or this choice to walk away. Because again, in your best path to follow, any confusion or ego battles or temptation to stay in situations that are no longer serving you or attached to bad habits that are no longer serving you, you're closing this out, or you're finally taking charge or taking control of your own energy to where you can really experience what you actually want and what is in true alignment with your spirit, and not just you feeling tossed to the waves of life and really being tempted by all of the worldly desires. And what I'm really seeing this as is a step in the right direction for you, Group 3. So for the past energy you're bringing in from February, March, April, and now into the month of May, we have that Six of Boons, Six of Pentacles. And I was talking in Group 2 about how this was a very Empress energy, and I'm seeing the very same result for you guys. I don't know if this is just a collective energy for the month of May or what, but we have access to more of our creative ability, and not just our ideas and thoughts, but actually being able to ground our creative ideas and to express them in the material world. Whether this looks like getting an idea for a painting and then making it happen on the canvas just the way you can see it in your head. If you're anything like me, specifically with my writing or my painting or whatever it is, any creative endeavor, it's like I had this grand idea or grand picture in my head of what it's exactly going to look like, but then I get it down on paper or canvas or, in the material world, and it doesn't quite line up with what I really was seeing in my head. And it's like I don't have the skills to make it exactly the way I want it in my head. But that is an example. You're going to be able to transfer almost what you're seeing or creating in your head into the material world and being very pleasantly surprised with how you're able to deliver very close to, if not exact, to the vision you have in your head about something or someone or something going on in your life. It's very exciting though. It's very exciting. I don't think I've ever had a message quite like that come through. So Group 3, you're already extra special today, aren't you? So for your present conditions, this is the month of May itself. Child of Boons, Child of Pentacles in this deck. Again, this is about exploring, about taking these new opportunities that are coming your way and deciding, do I want to plant a seed of that opportunity or do I want to let it pass me by? Of course, you have the option to do either or, but I really do see you guys with all this new energy coming in and then closing out of old cycles and stepping into your decision maker this month. You're going to be taking some of these golden opportunities, and they're not just random, ooh, I guess I'll try it kind of opportunities. No. These are golden opportunities. These are once in a lifetime for some of you. Once in a lifetime opportunities coming in. And it's going to be up to you to make the best possible choice for yourself, and you will be making the right choice, whether it is to take this opportunity or pass it by. It's going to be different for each of you. So using your own intuition, your inner self, your true spirit to make these decisions for you, not your head, and really not your emotions either. You're going directly to Source, the Original Source Creator outside this matrix, to help you make the best possible decision for your material world decisions. So for the end of May, going into June, July, August, we have the world, again, Travel is really the first thing that's coming to mind here, but also I'm getting this energy of exploration, of just wanting to go out and see new things, meet new people, try new foods. There's just this very expansive energy that's coming in for you for May with this World card. May going all the way through August. So this really is your spring going into summer, almost going into fall energy. So it's really the whole of, the next quarter plus of 2023 that you're going to be experiencing just this very explorer, wanderer, seeker kind of energy, which is really beautiful. And like I had said earlier, there might be someone making a move either in their career, moving from one home to another, and it could even be from one country to another for someone watching, or from one state to another if you're in the US, or from one city to another. There's some distance here. But those of you that want to stay where you're at, of course, you can stay where you're at and just do the more wandering and adventuring just, for fun during the day, and then, of course, coming back to home base at night. But for those of you looking to travel, to get out there, this is going to be a magical, mystical time for you to have some real, also spiritual experiences on your different trips or excursions or adventures. And for your best path to follow here, we have the Child of Spells. This is the Child or the Page of Wands in this deck. So, wow. This is feeling inspired and then finally deciding to take action on these inspirational ideas. Finally getting them down on paper. Not specifically finishing them, because that'll remain to be seen if you decide to take that challenge and then see it through. Because if you're anything like me, a lot of times I'll start a project, but I won't always finish it. So there's this element of definitely wanting to start and getting a nice start on it. But it's going to be up to you to finally see that thing through and take it the distance. But you're definitely starting something this May that you're very excited about. And of course, you're probably setting the intention to finish it. But, May, June, July, August is going to remain to be seen if you finish this project or, really continue to work on this project. For someone, this looks like starting some sort of new social media platform or new website. Again, could be going back to like a new business endeavor or something like this as well, or offering a new branch if you already have a business for yourself, or if you work somewhere 9 to 5 or for someone else, kind of having your own side gig or side hustle as well. So for your wish fulfillment this month with the Devil here, the Black Shuck, this is you, again, more of a, in this regard here, overcoming temptation, overcoming bad habits, overcoming obstacles that have been standing in your way from making healthy decisions that are in alignment with your true spirit. Not just in alignment with who you are on a personality or an astrological or soul level. Because if you've been following me for any length of time, you know what I talk about with the soul. It is a matrix construct, basically keeping the score from lifetime to lifetime with the karma and the Akashic record and reincarnation trap. So we are getting beyond the soul, connecting to the spirit that exists outside this matrix and also within you in the matrix as well. But this is bypassing all of that, not spiritually bypassing it in that way, but bypassing anything that's just not in alignment with you. Again, you're leaving behind old belief systems, I think, for some of you, and that's what this wish fulfillment is finally gaining your power back over spirit guides or ascended masters or archangels that you used to pray to and call to and ask for help. You're becoming your own savior, essentially, with this energy. So those of you that have felt like you've been going in circles trying to work with spirit guides or ascended masters, this is you reclaiming your own sovereignty and power and setting intentions to block out anything that is nefarious, because a lot of these spirit guides and earth angels and archangels and ascended masters really are false light or even dark entities pretending, false light, pretending to be there for your good, but really they have their own agenda. So set the intention before connecting to anything or anyone outside of you that when you connect, it is for your highest good. And if these beings or entities do not have your highest good front and center, then you are rebuking them or removing them from your team. That message in and of itself for someone watching is going to be very powerful and life-changing. For others of you, it's kind of par for the course. You've heard it a million times from me. But for someone watching right now, that is going to be kind of a game changer for you. And you're going to notice once you stop calling on all these spirit guides and entities and, saviors out there, once you stop calling on them and start calling on your own inner self, your true spirit, or source creator, things are going to shift in a major way for you this month and in months to come. So for your outcome, we have the Four of Cups. So this is about you opening up, expanding your belief systems, expanding your consciousness enough to be able to see those golden opportunities that are being offered to you. Again, overcoming those negative belief systems can really open up a whole new dimension or a whole new world for you, a whole new world of possibilities that before you thought, oh, I'm not good enough, or oh, I'll never be able to do that. And no, you're opening a new door, a new avenue, a whole new path for yourself by shifting these negative, toxic belief systems and stepping into your own sovereignty, your own power, your own authenticity this month and beyond. All right, let's get some additional guidance from your oracle cards for group 3, the month of May 2023. And we have here the Elk and the Ash, strength. I love to see this with everything else we've been talking about. So absolutely, you're claiming your power, living into your strength, and also where the sign of Leo is in your chart and wherever the sun is transiting in your chart. For Western astrology for the month of May, it's going to be transiting in your sign of Taurus and your sign of Gemini. And for Vedic astrology, I do believe it is Aries and Taurus where the sun will be transiting. But also where your sun is in your birth chart can be a place where you're really feeling activated and strong during the month of May. And we also have here the porcupine and the anemone with boundaries. So what we were saying about setting very clear boundaries with any entities that have their own dark agenda with your energy, or you're giving your power to all of these beings outside of yourself. This is about you setting very sacred boundaries with your own energy, because we unknowingly give a lot of these guides and angels our, there probably are real guides and angels, but just for the sake of argument, most of what people are connecting to in the Matrix are astral entities or dark forces pretending to be helping us when in fact they are doing anything but. So I'm not saying that angels don't exist and spirit guides don't exist and don't help us. They do, I'm sure. I'm sure on some level we have access to that. But what most people are effing around with is not that. It is not of the pure divine essence of the original source creator. It is all matrix games, matrix lies, matrix deceptions. So check yourself, whatever this seems to be for you. Check your own spirit team. Those of you that really rely heavily on your spirit team, vet them out, test them. If they start to get angry or louder or insisting that you just listen to them, please stop all contact. Stop. Because your true essence, your true team would never try to coerce or force their agenda on you or tell you have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. And I'm getting a little fired up because so many of the people, entities, whatever you want to call them, on my spirit team were very, very insistent and persistent that I meet up with certain people, that I do certain things, that I go down certain roads, follow certain steps, that were actually either leading me in circles or away from my true destiny and my true path. So it's very important for those of you watching group 3 that you really are testing, because anything of the true light does not mind being tested. And in fact, they would probably encourage you to test them. But I would just say for the most part, you're just tuning more into your own inner spirit. Why have any middleman? You don't need the middlemen. Of course, we all have these guardians that are protecting our energy in some capacity while we're here, because we probably wouldn't be able to exist fully without them, because this is such a hard place to be for the human spirit. Hard place to be. So let's see. We're going to get some additional guidance from this deck. And I hope you're not feeling like talked down to or preached to in any way. That is not my intention. My intention is just hopefully to help you see that a lot of what people in this spiritual community, I would say over 90% of the spiritual teachers out there are connected to dark entities, if not a higher number than 90%. I mean, it's rampant. It's so rampant. Okay. This came out in all 3 piles, so this is a very telling message that we need to tune into our own inner guidance. Yes, it's okay to validate certain things outside of us with tarot readers and other people and whatnot, but tuning into your own inner spirit, that is all the guidance you really truly do need. And a lot of times that, getting a reading like this, or, asking someone else, or, your spirit guides or whatever it is kind of icing on the cake, or just kind of a validation of something you've already known deep within. So trusting and learning to trust and learning to work with your own true essence, your own true spirit, is going to be paramount this month. And then we have magic, because yes, your true essence, your true spirit is literal magic. energetic magic. You are energetic magic. So you don't need all these middlemen to bridge the gap for you. You might even be seeing some really amazing miracles, healing, just magic that you are performing in your day-to-day life where you think, oh, I'm not gifted at this or that, but you're really starting to see your true spirit gifts come forward at this time. The month of May is going to be very powerful for you if you stop relying on all these saviors and start really getting in, your own inner space and realize you don't need all these saviors because you yourself are made of the same fabric of anything you would deem as a savior. All right, group 3. I hope you didn't feel beat up. That was not my intention at all. So please let me know below what you thought. If any of this information resonated with you, if you're excited about this energy coming in, just anything you want to share about your path or your story, feel free to let us know in the comments. There's a lot of support on both the Done Creative channel and also Harmony Portal Tarot channel in both of my comment sections on those channels. So thank you so much. Also, to those of you sending the donations, you don't know how much that means to me. Hopefully very soon we're going to get that new camera. But yes, I do have the super thanks below this video, and also my PayPal is linked in the description below. Thanks again, you guys, so much for all those likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, and all the things. And I really hope you have a magical, mystical month of May. All right, you guys, bye!